Taoiseach, I want to read out a statement at the recent IMO annual conference.
No, this is questions on promised legislation. This is question not reading out statements.
No, this is actually irrelevant to the bill I put forward 6 months ago, the Cannabis Bill. It's very relevant, Ceann. And Taoiseach, the motion says the IMO urges the government not to limit the availability of medicinal cannabis products in any future legislation by restricting their prescription to consultants or the indications for which they can be prescribed, with such indications being informed by the evidence base. Taoiseach, I accompanied Vera Toomey 10 days ago to Barcelona to obtain medicinal cannabis for her daughter. On arrival to Dublin Airport, that medicine was taken off her. And she had a prescription, and I would say that prescription, the medicine was taken off illegally, and she wants it back for the health of her daughter. Taoiseach, what I'm saying to you is, as a person, not as a politician, the bill that I put forward it's the utmost imperative that that bill is given a date by the Health Committee. Because, Taoiseach, every week I get phone calls off people that are not criminals but are in pain.
Thank you, Deputy.
And they're being treated like criminals. So if you can give a date and give some hope to people out there, not to treat them like criminals, to treat them like citizens of this country that are trying to obtain medicinal cannabis. If you can give a date, Taoiseach, I think that would be a really good legacy.
Thank you very much. Taoiseach.
It's a valid question. Obviously, the question of issuing prescriptions and treatment for particular ailments, the Minister has dealt with that here on quite a number of occasions, that even if he were so willing, he can't, under compassionate grounds, issue an instruction for particular medicine to be distributed, as it does require a prescription from an authorised clinical person. Now, I read the account of Deputy Kenny's involvement in this, but you see, Ceann, one of the issues that has arisen in this Dáil here, because of the number of independent and smaller groupings, and because of the legitimate claims to say backbenchers have not enough time or opportunity to put forward their views about private members' bills, there are now 140 private members' bills backed up, and government have not objected to those. But it is a matter for the parties and the groupings to decide within that 140 which ones they actually want to prioritise. So you ask me to give you a date for the next stage of the taking of your bill. I ask you, through the process of doing business here, you are now one of 140 bills listed for decision. It's not my function to determine the date of this, but it is a function of everybody who has had the opportunity, which never existed before in any Dáil, to put forward private members' bills on the scale that's happening now. And to have that within a time where there's opportunity to debate it and discuss it for very valid reasons, as Deputy Kenny, as one author of a bill, has put forward. So it's not a case of the government determining the date of the taking of a bill here. You should raise that through the process that applies, along with bills that are coming through every week. 140 at the moment backed up.